Hello artists, today we're going to start making a dragon's head pinch pot. Because if we looked at the Forbidden City had lots of water spouts that were shaped like dragon heads. So our dragon's mouth will be open just like it would be on the water spout, only ours won't necessarily have water coming out. You will have a cloth to work with and a piece of clay. You'll get more clay later, and that will be for your parts. So your first job, your clay is probably going to be in some kind of squarish shape. So your first mission is take it and squeeze it to knock off the corners, and then put it between your hands, apply a little pressure, and roll it in a ball. If it's not cooperating or it has some funny dents in weird places, you can gently, I'm kind of spanking it with a cupped hand, to get it in a better shape. It's normal to have little cracks and dents. We will fix those very shortly. Next, you either use your thumb if you have thumb muscles, or you use a pencil. If you're using the thumb method, we put your thumb in the center and push down. If we're using the pencil method, we set this ball down, take your pencil and stab the center, but don't go all the way through. Right now it looks like a caramel apple on a stick. Okay, and we can wiggle a little bit, pull it back out. Yes, it's dirty. It wipes off. All right, I just pre-drilled a hole for my thumb. So thumb goes in the hole. And then we use our lobster claw and pinch. We do not want to pinch too thin. If you pinch and pinch and pinch, you make your walls very, very skinny. They're more likely to crack, and they cannot hold the weight that we're going to add onto it when we add our parts. So we pinch around and around, and more cracking may occur. We are shooting for a thickness on the lip, that would be the edge of your pot, that's about as thick as your pinky finger. So if we look at this and look at my pinky, they're about the same thickness. And when I pinch, I'm not aiming for the top, I'm aiming for the bottom when I am squeezing. Okay, now we have all these unattractive dents and cracks. The squirt bottle is just for clay. And you can gently mist it, 2 or 3 squirts is all you need. And then smooth. You can also, if you have a lot of finger dents, roll it on your cloth. That helps eliminate some dents. All right, once it is smooth and wonderful, it is going to end up sitting like this, so the open mouth is facing you. So you want to take it and gently tap. That way your dragon doesn't wobble all over the place. So it's kind of flattening the bottom of where his mouth is. For the next phase, we are making parts, and you're going to have more supplies on your tables. So we're going to have the basket of tools, and this basket contains, well, for one, the squirt bottle, a cup with toothbrushes, and this right here is the slip bucket. Slip is very, very wet clay. It's essentially mud. And this is what we use as the glue to attach things to your project so they don't fall off. For making the parts on your dragon, there's lots of ways you can do it. You can always just pinch off clay and pinch and shape it into what you want for the part. If you want 2 things to be the same size, like your eyeballs, pinch off a piece of clay, then break it in half so they're even. And then you can roll it into a ball. You can also pinch off clay, and for things like horns or lots and lots of hair, you can roll coils. Now we don't want to get too super skinny on your coils, because if you do, they're much, much more likely to break. Also, we can't have a mustache that sticks out really, really far, because it will also break. It makes it difficult to fix later. With some of your parts, you could also take them, kind of mash them down on the cloth, not the table. And you can even use this tool, the wire loop tool, to cut things and make designs for your dragon. Like maybe this is part of the dragon's long flowing hair. And if I want both sides to be the same and have symmetry, I cut one, then pick it up, lay it on my other piece of clay, and then you trace it. And this tool can be used like a knife where you just put one side in and cut. It can also be used for carving. Now all these wonderful parts that I'm making, we cannot just take it and stick it on and say, I'm done, because your clay has to dry before it goes in the kiln. And if all that's holding it on is its moisture, they're going to fall off. So that's where our toothbrushes and the slip bucket come in handy. So whatever you are attaching, you dip the toothbrush in the slip. We don't have to scoop it. You just dab it in there and brush where you're attaching. Yes, there's some dripping. That's okay. And then press firmly to attach it.